All right, you gonna say hi?
Yes, hi, I'm Robin.
And I'm Kristen, and welcome back to Path to Purple, Becoming
Purple.
Army.
Yes.
We are now in the third album,
Third album.
Skool Luv Affair.
Yes.
And wow, this one, I will say I definitely had a hard time understanding the meaning in some of the songs.
Mm-hmm.
We had to consult some experts on YouTube
Yes.
for
Yes.
some breakdown for us. And I think that now after seeing those videos, it makes some more sense to me. So
Yeah.
let's get into it. Let's do it.
This.
All right. So we're starting off strong with Miss Right.
That's right. Yes.
Now we do have the special edition, which included some different tracks that weren't on the regular one. And also because I'm extra and I had to get it. So here we are with Miss Right. And I at first was not a huge fan of this song. And then I think the more we got into it, because we were, going through the lyrics and listening to the words and listening to the style, I changed my mind. I do like it. I do like the verses. I like the way they talk about this person. I I was immediately drawn to Sugar's rap. I
Told you.
I know, I know, I
Told
know,
you.
I know, I know.
I told you.
I was because I just liked the future kind of aspect, like the desire for a future aspect, like the couples, the baby sneakers in between the couple shoes. Oh, murdered me with that line. I was just like, Sugar, like, come on. Yeah, that one,
yeah.
I did like that one. I liked RM's rap when he was talking about, how he wants somebody that has like the same type of vibe or personality or characteristics of like a mom. Not so much that he wants a mom.
No.
but like that he
Want
wants somebody that he could see in that role.
Yeah.
I think is kind of what I took from it. They're they give him the energy his mom gives, but also at the same time I think he wants somebody that's going to be that kind of role model for his children.
Right.
And yeah, I love it felt superficial at first to me, and then as I started to dig in deeper, I really saw how they were. It was more than just like, oh, you're a pretty face and like beautiful hair and all this stuff. It's like they wanted more. They saw a future with Miss Right, and yeah, I like the lyrics. I like the message. The I just like the song. I just like the song.
It was to me. It was their vision of their person, and they put their thoughts on paper, and that was able to illuminate their vision for us to see. I think that's how I perceived it. It was like, oh, okay. They took their thoughts about their person, and they put it on paper.
Girl.
Yeah, and then they, in the song and throughout the song, it just kind of illuminated that vision of that person for us to see. Individually. I mean, even that line too about with RM. The energy he gets from his mom. Yeah. I was like, okay, wait a minute, what are you talking about exactly? But I seen it the same way you seen it, as is the energy he wants to see for his children. So
Yeah,
that's what it's really a nice one. I like that one.
Yeah, it was good.
Miss
It was
Right.
cute.
Yeah.
It was a cute song.
Yeah.
So definitely recommend that one.
Yes.
And then going into I Like It, but
I
the
like
slow
the
jam
slow
remix.
jam version.
Yes, this one. Again, like we've talked about this song.
Yes.
When we covered the first album.
Yeah.
And
Too cool for school.
yeah, and I mean, again, it's that, oh, do I tell you I like you, or do I, even though we're not together anymore, do I show you that I still want you, or do I do what everybody else is doing? Like, it's just it's so crazy. But the slow jam remix just makes it feel so like R&B.
It was very smooth
and very like 90s R&B.
Yes.
Like, Oh gosh.
Oh,
Okay.
I was wondering.
She forgot where we were
Am I
for a
hearing it?
second.
Yeah, no, it is.
It took her back somewhere.
Come back.
Yeah.
It's
Let's not go back
it's the
there.
smoothest. Nah, that was, and because we already went into it, from the first album, it was just they slowed it down.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that again, that intro vocal, that high note from
that high
JK,
note. Yeah.
Yeah, we watched
the.
I remember when we were watching I don't remember what Festa performance it was, but when they were all in the room and they were doing, and then he did that, and you're like, wait, where did that come from? That wasn't on a track, and I was like, it was on the track.
Yeah. I was like,
it was on the track. I don't know where you were paying attention to, but it was there. But yeah, that was
that opening. Yeah, that opening note was sweet.
Yeah. Okay, so now we're going into intro Skool Luv Affair, which this is the rap line.
Mm-hmm.
And my note was that they were individually rapping about their perception of love in their unique rap style, but then they come together in the end to talk about love in like their bangtan or their hip hop style, the one that's kind of signature to BTS as a whole, as opposed to the individual rappers.
Yeah.
Mittens is back.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I think, going into Suga's rap, he talks about, the yearning and the like the love of the first encounter, the first text, the first phone call, the first date, the first kiss, how much it means to him. Those things that were such a big deal. He wants it all to be, with this person, with his Miss Right, with the couple shoes. Yeah, and he just goes into what his idea of love looks like, and then J-Hope comes in. J-Hope and Sugar are both talking about it, and they're like, wait, what do you mean? And then J-Hope comes in with his style, his very bright and sunshiny version of love, which, if you know J-Hope, that he is literally sunshine.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is. He's such the optimist, and
your hope, my hope.
Yeah. Yes, he is our hope. So I loved his take on it, and how it's just, flowers and sunshine, and love is just bright. And then you have RM that comes in with his version of love, and and then they just go into his, he's a wordsmith. He's a wordsmith, and when it comes to his, descriptions of different things, he doesn't just say it outright, like, oh, love is sunshine. Like, no, he's breaking it down. He talks about, my whole mind and body, that her this is just an intro shouting about my whole mind and body. And like he feels love. I think it's a deep, like, guttural kind of feeling. I'm not saying that J-Hope's was surface level, but in comparison, I feel like RM goes a little bit more internally inward in his description of love and what that looks like. And then they're like, wait, no, let's just do this as us, and then they come into their bangtan style. So I liked it.
Yeah,
we had a good one with that one.
Yeah.
Boy in Love. My note says a song trying to convince a girl to be with them. And they sing about how they will get her to be theirs. I don't remember if we watched a music video for this one.
I don't think we did.
I'm trying to remember what is the music video. I don't remember.
Right, yeah, I don't. You might have seen it. I didn't. I don't remember seeing it. No.
I don't know. But it is exactly like the title says. It's a boy in love, and he's trying to convince her, like, hey, choose me, be with me. Not to sound like that line from Grey's Anatomy. But yes, that's essentially what they're doing. They're each taking their turn to convince this girl that they're all in love with to choose them over the others.
Right.
And I love that they are just it's so young. It's so young.
Yeah,
Like it's so high school, and I get it. This is the Skool series, the
you're
Skool
right. This
trilogy.
is yeah.
So they are young. I mean, JK is what, 15, I think.
So this
This is 2013.
this
And
is still 2013.
yeah, I think Skool Luv Affair is still 2013 or maybe early 2014. But
Okay,
he's
yeah,
yeah, but he's what,
yes,
97.
yeah,
So yeah, he's still baby. He's
yeah,
still a baby. And Jen is maybe 21 by this point.
maybe.
I think
I
so.
don't have the birth dates in my head, which is not normal for me.
No, she's usually good with birth dates.
Yeah.
But Jen was born in 92. Jen is
So
December of 92. So yeah,
this
he's probably
21.
21.
Yeah.
So again, that youthful take on
And love.
being in love.
Yeah.
And it's cute. It's cute.
Yeah.
It's just crazy to see, like, to know where they are now, and then to go back and to listen to them in this era of their life.
Right, right.
Uh
Speaking of such deep love.
yeah, but like it's still childlike. It's
Yeah.
still like puppy love, I
Puppy love.
guess. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's just it's it just cute is the word that keeps coming to my mind. It's
Yeah,
cute.
it is. It
So,
is cute.
but getting out of the lovey-dovey stuff. Oh no,
Where
we're
did you
still
come
in
from?
it. Where did you come from? We're
Where did
still
you
in
come
it.
from? Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
still in
we're
it.
still in it.
Yeah, oh, that's not it. Where did you come from? Oh, okay. So this one is again describing their beautiful significant other and how they
Yeah.
want her to be theirs and take her out and all this stuff. But it's like an unreal kind of like, how could you be real? Where did you come from? And then they talk about, where they're from, where she's from, how everybody in South Korea is in love, which I think because they value couples, like relationships, so much.
Yeah.
It's they probably all are in love.
Yeah, because that is an important thing. Yeah, the couple.
Yeah, the coupling, everything's about
Yeah.
couples. So I have been speaking a lot.
No, that's okay.
Is it?
No, it is. It is
What
okay
did
because you know why? Because a lot of it is your rep line that you're speaking on. So,
but okay, did you have any thoughts on where did you come from? Because this one is more so like, no, it's still rap line, but it's still rap
no,
line.
but you do have JK and V in there, and I tell you, I'm sorry, and Jimin. Yeah, I can't. I don't want to say the vocals. I can't move away from it. It's really good. The where did you come from? What is your name? It's the
Let me
vocals.
get to know
you.
you.
Yeah. So I'm curious. So I like the vocals. I like the music. And I know I sound repetitive.
It wasn't, I guess, because it wasn't a standout song for me. Good song, but for me, there were other tracks on this album that grabbed me in a very pleasant way. I had other.
I'm not going to say anything about.
Good, don't. There were tracks on this album that I immediately gravitated towards after hearing and being like, oh, this song. So I think it's hard to, like, especially because I know that I'm getting ready to talk about those tracks.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh yeah, let's get through this. But it is it's school love. It's school age love. That's all the earlier songs, or the first songs in the album, are kind of, that's their theme.
Yeah. I mean, when you think of going back to the Jackson 5, when you think about that, there's I Want You Back, ABC, The Love You Save. I mean, that's all that young,
I'll Be There.
That young first, love experience with love. And, it's there's different aspects to this, to those releases that you know you like, and that falls into that too. There's different aspects of you know this series of love, School Love. That says it right there, you know, and how they maneuver through it. Yeah, so yeah.
And I think we're gonna get into the last real love song on this one.
Just One Day.
Just One Day. Now this
Yeah.
is one of the songs that did grab me.
Yeah.
And I loved the rap, but I love the vocals on this one.
And she's moving into mine.
I am moving into your territory.
Yeah.
JK has some strong vocals on this one. But Jimin comes in with some high notes that just immediately melt me. That there's one thing I love about Jimin is he's gonna deliver a good high note.
Yes, he is.
He's gonna deliver. It's gonna be clean, pristine, just perfect.
Yeah.
Just right up there, floating on the clouds like it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
I love Jimin's voice. And I think that's why when I first got into BTS, I think that was immediately why I went to him, because his vocals are just so beautiful.
Yeah.
They're so beautiful. They're angelic. And not saying that the other guys, you know, their vocals aren't great. They're all great vocalists. Even the rap line are good singers.
Right, yeah.
But there's something about when Jimin hits a high note that I'm just like, you feel it in your soul.
It's like he went there.
He is in my soul with these high notes. Yeah. So I did like the high note that he hits on this one. I like the idea of the song, because I liked the song before I looked at the English translation. And the idea of the song is that you've got 24 hours with your ideal person. And it's been a dream, and now you get a chance to make it a reality. What does it look like? Yeah. And so they just take you through their day with their person. And I mean,
be with him,
the one that stood out for me was actually J-Hope's. I don't know why I like J-Hope's verse so much. But let's get to the parts that I like, because first off, he mentions brunch. So like he said, let's go grab some brunch. But I do like his, you know, because it goes from, you know, we're starting off our day, I'm showering you in love and affection. We're gonna go get something to eat because that's important. Yes. You're gonna need your stamina for J-Hope's love. You're gonna hold your hand and soak up the sun.
He is the sun.
he is the sun. It's just gonna be a day of just moments together, and then taking you into the night where he's going to confess to you under the moonlight. Romantic. Yes. And then, you know, all of these things could happen if you just give him one day.
Just one day.
Just all he needs is one day, and he'll make you his. And so I don't know why his just stands out, because it's actually the shortest verse. If you look at it, he doesn't have a lot of lines, but he says a lot in those lines. But I do like the other
intentional,
straight to the point. Yeah, it's like, this is exactly what we're gonna do, and this is exactly how I'm gonna make you feel. Be prepared. 24 hours. Yeah, so that was my take on Just One Day. What about you?
Pretty much the same. It is that time, and everybody goes through it to some extent or one way or another. That time when you're able to spend like that whole day with your person. And you guys do, you know, pretty much what you would have imagined you would do on that whole day, you know, together and hanging out. And if it works out well, but you know, to have these things, these thoughts, you know, relayed to you, these feelings expressed to you, these actions shown to you, you know, that's like, that's a 24-hour I could do over and over again. And you in explaining and displaying and showing action to the other person as well.
Yeah, reciprocating.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
so yeah,
who wouldn't want to be showered in love and affection for 24 hours?
24 hours.
By any one of them.
That's and then some.
By any one of them.
Yeah. So yeah, I took away that thought and that holding your hand, being with you just one day, if only we can be together.
And then RM's line at the end.
I'm just
Not me.
No,
and then RM's line at the end,
And
like, can you please stay with me?
right?
Sir, all you had to do is
Just
ask.
I knew you were going to say that. All you had to do is ask.
All you had to do is ask. Sure.
Yeah, we could do that.
Who's going to say no?
No, nobody. None of us.
All right, that takes us into tomorrow.
Yeah. After that 24 hours.
After that 24 hours. This song, we're stepping out of the love phase of this album. And this song is about how you spend your day striving for your tomorrow and what that looks like. But I love that in the chorus, they talk about not forgetting who you are right now in pursuit of who you want to be tomorrow. And I do like that because it's about not forgetting your roots, not forgetting where you came from, not forgetting why you're doing this, like why you're working so hard, why you're trying to get to tomorrow. But that's one of the things that I really like. That's kind of the line that stuck out for me every time we would go through it, is that, you know, just don't forget the you of right now.
Right. That will make your tomorrow better. Because that's where the work comes in. That's where you're doing that.
Oh, that and the don't ever run backwards. Never.
Oh yeah.
So you can remember who you are right now, but don't go back to that person.
No.
Always go forward.
Yeah.
Into your future. Was there anything else you wanted to note on that one?
No, that was good.
It's a late night recording. We're a little tired. You gotta fit in these moments where you can.
When you can, yes.
We're at Cypher Part 2.
Cypher Part 2.
Cypher. Okay, so again, we're hitting the haters.
Yes.
We're hitting the haters. This one is like, okay, I think this one I liked because of the beat change.
That was really unique.
I loved it.
That was really unique.
I loved it because you get this beat and you're like, okay, J-Hope comes in and kind of sets the tone and you're like, all right, cool, I got it. And then RM comes with the rah, 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 rah. And you're just like, wait, hold on. What's happening right now? It almost feels like a different song when you hear the beat change. And I remember the first couple of times I heard it, I was like, wait, did we change songs?
Yeah.
That was a short song. But no,
just to realize it was all one.
It's all in one song, yeah. So I really like the beat change, but RM, sir. RM and Suga's verses were both lethal. Like, they came for throats. Like, there's a part in RM's that I love hearing. Where is it at? Oh my gosh, where is it? Nope, it's not that one. Yes. I'm a monster. I rap with prospect. Yeah, I rap with a mindset. I'm a suspect. Just every time he says it, it sounds so good. And then second where your rhymes at, where your lines at. I'm a king. I'm the god. So where my emperor's at. What? Like, I love it. And it's all in English too. That whole bridge is in English. I love it. Yeah. I love it. But it hits so hard. Like, it's like you're getting beat up in the verse, and then he comes in with that part and just like stabs you in the gut. Not to be violent. But that's how it feels. If I was the hater he was addressing, it's a KO.
Yeah.
But then, you know, J-Hope comes in and kind of revives you with his beat in the beginning, you know, and yes, he's saying like, it's because of who, it's because of J-Hope, it's because of who, it's because of Rapmon, it's because of who, it's because of Suga, us three together, and shout out a new generation. Like, basically saying we're the best, we're the next, and we're the best.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
then and then I love when he goes into Sugar's rap because he goes, the next batter up will rap on the top of this beat, and then the beat changes again.
Yeah.
The beat changes again,
yeah.
and then in comes Sugar, just swords flying, ready to go, attacking, and then he switches his cadence up like 2/3 of the way through, and yeah, I remember hearing it and getting such Eminem vibes. Such strong Eminem vibes, and I was like, yes. I think that was the moment where I was like, oh, Sugar, okay. Jimin who? Sorry, I'm not gonna say Jimin who. I love Jimin, but yeah, that was the moment where Sugar was just like, snatch, I got your girl.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes, he did. So that was
Yeah.
it, and then he ends with I'll
Sugar
put a period.
ends it,
I'll
yeah.
put a period at the artery of your music career.
Yeah. Yeah, that went for the jugular.
And then the breath, the breathing at the end, because of course he just spit these outrageously fast lines, and then comes in with the heavy breathing and then laughs in your face. He slaughtered you and then laughs in your face. Absolutely lethal. I love it so much.
Do you really?
I do.
Yeah, I know you do. I know you do.
It's so good. It's so good. But like again, the ciphers are what got me here. The ciphers are what brought me to them, and I started with the third one, which we'll get in the next album.
Yeah.
And I was so excited because I got stuff to say. But yes, this of the ciphers, this is my second favorite cipher. The third one is my first favorite cipher. I love this, but this one is so good. It's so good. Because again, they are really showing you that they are meant to be hip hop. They are meant to be, this is their element. This is their natural habitat.
This is it.
They stir it off in the underground scene, and they came up above ground, but they still didn't lose, essentially who they were and what brought them here, why they're even part of BTS in the first place. And yeah, the cipher. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now because I've said my piece, and I woke up suddenly.
Did you? So much that late night.
Suddenly woke up, and I was just like, cipher. Yeah, that's love the cipher. Yeah. I don't know. Any thoughts? Anything you got to say about the cipher?
No, you know what? It was a lot for me, and I didn't catch a whole lot.
She was talking about. She was like, "Oh, this is the long one," because they say so much, and like they're rapping so fast, and you're just like, "Wait, flip."
Yeah, that was. I was playing catch up throughout the whole one.
Yeah,
but the beat change and the flow wasn't interrupted at all.
No.
The flow was not interrupted.
They're so skilled.
Yeah, the flow was not interrupted even with the beat change because we were sitting there. Oh, okay, wait a minute, that changed. Like you said, it was like hearing different, a different song, but it was very, very. The transition was very smooth. Spine breaker.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so as you know, I did not understand this song at all.
Right.
And we realized it is a cultural thing.
Yeah.
So we consulted the experts on the YouTube University.
Yeah.
We learned some stuff.
We did.
But once we watched the video that explained, what the cultural meaning was, it made so much sense.
Right.
So Spinebreaker, it's a song referring to the youth of today basically demanding that their parents sacrifice essentially their spines in order to provide them these materialistic things so they could be considered cool at school. And amongst their peers at school. So and just carelessly watching their parents sacrifice their time and their bodies to work work more hours and work harder to be able to afford these luxury items that their kids are demanding. And oh my gosh, like it's because I was looking at the lyrics, and when they kept talking about the dirty clothes, I was like, I'm so confused. What do you mean like you're wowed by wearing the dirty clothes.
Yeah.
But the dirty clothes reference refers into like kind of how dirty money is illegally got.
Yeah.
Not that they're getting these clothes illegally, but the lack of
Just the,
morality,
right.
the lack of morality when it
Or the
comes to,
sensitivity of they're putting what they're putting their parents
yeah,
through.
that, to the lack of sensitivity as well. So it's dirty in that sense where they are so cold-hearted about how they're obtaining these luxury items. They just care that they are.
Yeah.
And the shame, like the, oh well, I have friends that are poorer than me that have these items, like why can't you get this from me? First off, if I was a proud parent, I'd be like, what you mean somebody poorer than us is wearing these things? Like I feel some type of way, and I'd be like, yeah, I got to get you those clothes because I'm not going to have some person who's lower income than me showing up, like their kids showing my kid out, like.
Yeah.
But I'm not a proud parent or a parent. So these are not my concerns currently. But I the song talks about the education. Well, okay, so Sugar attacks the education
Educational
system,
system. Yeah. Yeah.
and he has spoken out about it and just how he doesn't agree with the direction it's going, and so he does reference that in his verse. Um, Basically, I think if I recall, based on like past interviews that he's stated, the the school system doesn't teach you, it's lost its morality and its humanity, I think, is what his argument is.
Hmm.
It's about prepping these kids to be able to have these careers where they can make money and live this rich and luxurious lifestyle, but it's kind of not, I don't know if it's directly or indirectly encouraging the kids to strive for that life of luxury while in school, because if they're not doing anything to stop these kids from separating and the haves and have nots, which he does reference, then who are you going to blame? Like, you have to blame the school if they're not
Yeah.
doing anything about
Yeah.
it. So yeah, I think he's just been very critical of the school system there, and
I mean,
I get
it's the
it.
system he went through, so he's
He knows.
he knows.
He
But
knows.
it is really hard about in the sense of that these parents are doing all they can um, to make sure their kids have just what they need,
Mhm.
but then to be um,
Told they're not doing enough.
yeah, or manipulated into uh doing more
Hmm.
than what
And
they
what, for a
can.
padded jacket?
So it's really it's hard, and it's they've got and so they refer to the the spine breaker as how in working hard, laboring, you have tendency, because you're laboring, working so hard, your body gets bent, and your spine is so bent that
Curved. Yeah.
and curved that it's
Hard to walk up
dang near
straight.
broken, and this is what they have to do, or this is what they're doing, to get, and they're like, hey, don't even do that to them.
You know,
Why
it's
would you
it's
even do that to your parents?
crazy now that we talk about this,
Yeah.
because I I have to wonder. I don't think I'd call myself a spine breaker, but when I was in elementary school and everybody had the Adidas jackets,
Yeah.
was that something that like I was demanding? That, because I know we did get it. We did
You
get our
got
Adidas
yeah.
jackets,
Yeah.
but was it? I remember only wanting them because my friends all had them, and I was like, I want to be part of the group. Like we all had. Do you remember when we took that picture with all the girls who had their Adidas
Jackets,
jackets
yeah. Yeah.
and all the different colors? But was I not in essence a spine breaker? But yeah, in essence a spine breaker. Like, was I demanding that? I don't recall if I
I don't
guilt tripped
remember
you
it.
into it.
I don't remember it being that way. Um I just remember it being can I get an Adidas jacket? Or, I don't remember it being in the sense of
Constantly begging,
overbearing
yeah.
overbearing ask, but I just remember you guys wanting it, and it wasn't a whole lot that you guys asked for that was in relation to the popular demand or the popular use of, need or want that everybody else was asking for. I don't remember. I don't really remember it being like that. I do remember the Adidas jacket, and I think you guys got it for Christmas or your birthdays, because they were
Close
back.
enough.
Yeah, they were back to back. So, but no, I don't remember it being that. I do remember. I do remember the hype over. Oh God, it just left my mind. What were the five characters? The red, the pink, the yellow,
Are you
and
talking about the Power
yeah, the
Rangers?
Power Rangers. I remember that. I remember the big hype over the Power Rangers.
Did I beg for something? I
Yeah,
remember being a Power Ranger for Halloween one
you
year.
guys, and then you had like the gloves. You wanted the
Oh my god, the
gloves.
sound effect
Yeah,
gloves.
yeah. So it was. I remember those.
Yeah.
I remember that. I think there was more push for that
We were
than
dorks.
yeah. And I remember driving quite a way
To try to find the Toys
try
R
to
Us that
find.
had that.
Yes, I remember that. Remember
I'm
that.
sorry, I was a spine breaker.
No, yeah. I
I'm so
dropped
sorry.
y'all off from school, and I drove to that Toys R Us and stood online.
Oh my gosh. But we had a happy Christmas.
Yeah, we had a happy Christmas.
We had a happy Christmas.
But yeah, that's if anything could be in comparison of what I believe that they're speaking about as far as spine breaking, that would have been that might have been the closest thing.
Yeah, it's. I think after learning the meaning behind it, the song is so much deeper than I initially thought. Only because I just did not understand. The dirty clothes were throwing me off.
The dirty clothes
because I was really confused. I was like, wait, are they dumpster diving for these name brand clothes? Like, I'm very confused as to why they're dirty.
Yeah.
But now I get it.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. We have to figure out who that YouTuber that we watched was.
I just seen his name.
We'll thank him in the next video because he was so helpful.
Shout out to him. Yeah.
Yeah, so helpful in that.
And breaking it down.
Yeah. Where are we at? Are we at Jump?
Jump. We're at Jump.
Jump. Okay, so this one, I'm gonna let you take this one because you had you kind of had a good description of this.
I thought this was I don't want to, because we use Anthem so much, but a call.
I told you there's every album has at least one.
All right, so then
every album has
an anthem. I think it was an anthem to remembering your dreams, your excitement, the things that you held on to, the things that caused you to move toward that thing that you wanted. Don't
forget that child.
Don't forget that childlike, desire to have that dream, that to achieve that goal, whatever it might be. And when you get it, throw your hands up in the air and scream and jump about it, and take that. Don't worry about it. Take the worries and throw them them away. That was just like that was like your hype song.
When I decided to get into BTS, I would listen to, like, I'd go to Apple Music and I'd hit play and like just shuffle through all of their songs.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't know what songs were from what album. I was literally just letting it play while I worked.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think this song stood out initially.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like after we went through and listened to it and like broke down the lyrics and really kind of took it in for what it is, I love this song. This is a good hype song. I stand by the use of the word anthem on this one.
Okay.
I feel like we're gonna overuse that word. We apologize in advance.
Yeah, in advance. But yeah.
But I stand by the fact that every album has an anthem. They have their call to. Oh my gosh, it's almost like a call to action.
Yeah.
So it's like a call to action. They all have that one song, at least one song, that's going to make you get up on your feet.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to make you feel good about life, feel good about you.
Yeah.
It's going to make you feel good about dreams and working hard to get what you want. You're just going to feel inspired after hearing it. Yeah. And I think Jump was that for this album.
Yeah.
I stand by that use of the word anthem. We're going to overuse it.
But it does fit. I agree with you, because so far, I mean, we've done the 3, and each one of them had like
An
an anthem
anthem.
song. And this one I think is really good. This is a good hype song. So if you guys need anything to kind of hype you up
You're
and
just
get
feeling
you
down.
moving, yeah,
Yeah.
this is should be on your playlist, and
You know,
you should hit.
it's so funny, and I have to go back and listen to the lyrics of this song that I'm going to compare it to, but it almost makes me feel like Criss Cross's Jump Jump
Oh,
does. And not
wow.
because they're both called Jump. I don't know what it is. It gives me the same feeling, I guess,
Right.
when you hear it. You're
Yeah.
just like, okay, I sense that.
Yeah.
Who's calling this lead?
I don't know. But I just tried to ignore it.
But going on to the last song, we have outro proposed. This is just the vocal line.
But this is the out. Okay,
This is just the vocal line, and I remember I recall this song being vocally very beautiful because of course it's gonna be.
Yes.
But it's basically just talking about. Oh, let me go through the lyrics real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, they talk. Okay, so yeah, it's again another serenade song. They're talking about a significant other and the beginning being awkward, but coming to that moment where it's like, hey, you're the one, and I'm, you're the one for me, and let me serenade you, so you can fall in love with me.
Always stay by my side. You're my everything.
I'm gonna be good to you,
even in the difficult tomorrows to come.
I give it to you. Oh, yeah, they had the run in that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Yes. That is it for Skool Luv Affair Special Edition.
Yeah.
Overall thoughts, first impressions of the whole album.
It's a nice love album.
It is, but it does have some bangers that aren't around love.
Yeah, I know this is true. Spine breaker. That is true, but the love story ones.
It's still it's still.
But you know what? You're right. But you know what? That is very much spine breaker, very much an eye opener to
we learned a lot.
To what the
culture is like.
And how much do you really love if you put that on your parent?
Ooh. With that, I think we're gonna end it because now I'm starting to feel guilty for the Power Ranger gloves. So sorry. I'll make it up to you, I promise. No. I'll buy you Power Ranger gloves. No, they're gonna cost me more because they're not even they're not even being sold now. I have to go to eBay.
No, I know.
I'll buy her something.
No.
I'll break my back a little. No. But I put my first impressions and my overall thoughts were it does still continue with the hip hop theme, and then how well they do justice to the genre. I did point that out because I did want to point that out because that's, like I said, this is their element. This is their natural habitat. This is where they thrive. And I love that I got educated.
I think you love that you love that.
I love that I love that. But I love that I do love that I decided to go back and give them a chance and really hear them for who they are. And if I had just left it up to my assumptions, we wouldn't even be here. That's but true. I do love that aspect of them. Like the hip hop is always going to be at my core, the thing that they are and the thing that connects me, I guess, to them. So I do talk about that. I will talk about that a lot until they stop doing it, and I hope they never do. And then I talked about the cipher, and then Just One Day. But I'm gonna add some other songs from this album to my playlist because I feel like Jump definitely needs to be a morning rush hour commute song.
Right behind Bulletproof.
Yes. Yeah. Back to back. We are Bulletproof. Jump.
So Jump.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get them both
I think that the social recognition of Spine Breaker was a good.
And so early on in their career, they're just not they're fearless. They're just not afraid to criticize what's going wrong.
The norm.
Call out the haters and the naysayers, and show them with their actions and like what they're doing, what they're winning, their achievements, not their actions, their achievements. That they deserve to be there. And yeah, looking back now, it's easy to say, of course, but you know, in that moment, like in that time, yeah, I'm pretty sure you had a lot of fans who were just really fighting for them. I think this is, when you start to see the birth of Army, which I
Mm-hmm.
think we'll get into
Yeah.
later, and how much of a role they play in these guys' lives and their careers. It's not a normal fandom.
No.
It's not a normal fandom. I think that's another reason why I was so drawn to the group as a whole, is because their fan base at first is very intimidating, but when you get in there, they are exceptional.
Yeah.
They are exceptional. So
So,
I
yeah.
do love that we're on this journey to become a
Journey
part
to
of that
becoming an
exceptional
army.
fandom.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I want to be a part. I want to be a part of the greatness that is Army,
Yeah.
and their fight for the greatness that is BTS.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Well,
So,
with that, I think we are done with Skool Luv Affair.
yes.
And that is the end of the Skool trilogy. So we're done with the Skool series. And next we're going to, are we getting into more Run BTS, or are we going to the fourth album? Let's check. We are going to Dark and Wild.
We are going to Dark and Wild.
Dark and Wild,
Okay.
which excites me because that is the album that brought me to my knees.
Yeah. She's been waiting to get there.
I'm so excited for Dark and Wild. This album, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. All right. So thank you so much for joining us for this. It's as always a pleasure, and we'll see you next time.
See you soon.
Bye.